Yes, people, welcome back to the Red Zone. I'm AJ, and this is all your Manchester United sports, entertainment, and news updates. This is your match reaction video for last night's Premier League game between Man United and Chelsea, and it finished Man United 4, Chelsea 1. Yeah, man, Champions League football is also guaranteed for next year. We've moved up into third place. It's a good day, man. It's a good day to be a Red, you know what I'm saying? And we focus now on the FA Cup final. That's the next most important game in our calendar this year. Yeah, so we're going to touch on the performance last night, the result, what it means. We'll also talk about a couple of individual performances, and we will get into what we've got coming up next. So let's get into it, people. As you can tell, just like all United fans around now, man, I'm a happy chappy, do you know what I mean? UCL football has been confirmed. We've moved up into third place in the league, and we slapped Chelsea, literally slapped Chelsea up. And we all know Chelsea is normally a difficult game, so to get a victory like that, it's always a good night, do you know what I'm saying? And especially when we think about where we were last year. And I keep mentioning it because it's important. Last season, worst Premier League points tally in the history of our club. Squad was a mess. Leaks coming left, right and centre like some shit plumbing. Just no drive in the team, no direction. Fast forward to this year with Eric Ten Hag and what he's done since he's come in. Champions League football has been attained. 2 cup finals. Bear in mind we've already won 1 cup. It's a mad thing. Best home record in the league. Only conceded 8 goals at home all season. Yeah, man, it's a mad thing, man. The fight we see in some of the players he's brought in, which is obviously spreading through the squad. Just wow, what a difference a year can make, man. Yeah, so like I said, normally games against Chelsea, man, it's a hard game for us to play in, whether it be at home or away. I'm pretty sure we rarely win when we go to Stamford Bridge. That's how difficult the games normally are, and it's like one of those big games. It doesn't matter what the form's like going into the game. It's just one of those games where it's always going to be tight. It's always going to be difficult. Apart from that odd occasion, and that odd occasion was last night because we absolutely slapped them up 4-1. They didn't look like the Chelsea we're used to seeing, used to playing against, you know what I'm saying? Not like we were amazing or anything like that, but we got the job done. Goals from Casemiro, Martial, penalty from Bruno and Marcus Rashford. It was enough to secure the 3 points, man, and send us back into the European big league, do you know what I mean? We have to touch on Casemiro, got the opening goal. Another great header. He's doing the job that we actually paid 80 million for one of the worst defenders I've seen do. That's what we wanted Maguire to do, was come in, score bullet headers, clear headers from defence. And Casemiro seems to be the one doing that, do you know what I'm saying? It was the League Cup final. He scored the opening goal, similar goal from a free kick header. He scored another one as well. And last night again, another header, man. Like the boy is dangerous when it comes to a free kick or a set piece, do you know what I'm saying? And we have to mention as well Martial's goal, but the pass for the, not the pass for the goal, because obviously Sancho got the assist and Sancho played well as well. But just the pass from Casemiro, the little deft flick with the outside of his foot, chip through, what obviously got through to Sancho, then Sancho just squared it across and Martial scored. But the vision of Casemiro, the quality he's got, and we said it in the last video, man, like such a blessing to have him this year. And obviously he's lifted the players around him. He's obviously made us better on the pitch, but all the players around him, man, when he plays, everyone ups their game, and he's just leading by example, do you know what I'm saying? I said it in the last video, against 60 million, 65 million, whatever, people were turning the nose up. Fucking hell, what a bargain he's turned out to be, do you know what I'm saying? Especially when we're getting quoted ridiculous prices like 120 million for Declan Rice. Now you've just paid 65 million for a 5-time Champions League winner who comes to a team what was broken and turns them into what we are now. So you have to just big up Casemiro, man. And Actually, on the Casemiro thing, let's mention the new one. We were catching joke about this on the Instagram yesterday. And obviously what we've just said about Casemiro is true. And one person that needs to admit it, but he never will, is Graham Souness. But as we've renamed him, Graham Souness, who said that Casemiro was nothing more than a steady Eddie. He'll come in and just make things tick over. He won't really stand out. He won't really make a difference. How stupid do you feel fucking talking shit because you're a Liverpool fan, just hating? I notice it a lot, man, especially with the Liverpool players, just pure hating on what United's doing, which is understandable, but obviously when you get caught out, you need to hold your hands up, man, because he's been far from a steady Eddie. So Graham Souness, just go and sit down in your rocking chair and puff on your pipe and just hold that, do you know what I mean? Yeah, we touched on him for the second goal. Sancho looked bright last night. He got moved to the right as well. After Anthony got injured, we brought Rashford on, put Rashford on the left. Sancho went onto the right. And that seems to be the position what he favours. It's the position what he favoured at Dortmund. Whenever you used to see him getting these mad assists for Dortmund and playing so well, it was off the right. But we seem to think we wanted him to play on the left to cut in. But we don't want that. We want the Rashford. We want the Sancho that we used to see at Dortmund. And that's cutting in from the right and making assists. And he did well last night and he looked bright. But obviously he's got a long way to go. To prove a lot of us wrong and to prove ETH wrong, because I think it's clear to see he's not his first choice. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's got the capability to do that. He's just gonna have to impress the last couple of games we've got, and over the summer, and obviously hit next season, hit the ground running, and we see where we go from there. The defense never looked in trouble one bit yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? Varane with his new haircut had it on lock. Lindelof's been a rock since he come in. That's why Harry Maguire's fourth choice defender at the minute. First choice for Gareth Southgate, as he's made the squad again, even though he don't play, but we'll get into that another day. But yeah, man, Lindelof's solid. Sure, you already know, Roberto Carlos. He's one of the best left backs in the world, and he has been for the last couple of years. Wan-Bissaka, outstanding. I didn't see him get beat yesterday once. And considering where he was as well and where his future looked like he was going, he's turned it around. That can only be because he's working with Ten Hag, and Ten Hag showed faith in him and told him that if he does this, he will get into the team and keep his place, and that's what he's done. So the defence was solid. They were never in doubt. The midfield, we already mentioned Casemiro, man of the match performance. Eriksen was in there, ticking things over. Could have had a goal as well, cleared off the line. Bruno obviously got his goals, buzzing around like he normally did. And Chelsea's midfield is just non-existent, you know what I'm saying? So, all in all, they did well, man. Rashford came on, obviously, for the injured Anthony. And he looked a threat, do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he got his goal as well, but he just looked a threat. There was one time he just burst down the left, and I was like, fucking hell. All right, then Rashford don't need to be eased back in. My man's ready and raring to go. Garnacho came on. Same again, like I keep saying about Garnacho, whenever the youth's on the pitch, he makes something happen, and he was doing it again yesterday, just running at defence, trying to turn him inside out, working well with the 1-2s. So yeah, man, all in all, good performance yesterday from the team. Not outstanding. Like I said, Chelsea was shit. It's probably the worst performance I've ever seen Chelsea play against us. Doesn't help they got Lampard, because if you ask me, he's getting jobs based off his name. Because I just don't understand what he does. He goes to clubs and fucks them up, and he's still getting chances. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm pretty sure he was a 007 agent, just like Sancho was. Didn't get a win or draw or nothing, was just getting smashed. So yeah, Chelsea, obviously not at the best, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and beat them is exactly what we did yesterday. We beat them up. Professional. That's what we say yesterday, and like I say, all eyes now have to be focused on the FA Cup final against Man City and stopping these fuckers from doing the treble. They've already mashed up our 3 in a row record. Now they're going for the treble, and we, as a club that hold that only record to do that, can stop them. So it needs to be all out, do you know what I'm saying? Whether that's resting couple man on Sunday against Fulham, just getting the preparation right, because we need to beat them next on Saturday the 3rd, And let's be honest with you, qualification for Champions League's complete. Liverpool sit down in the Europa League playing Thursdays. So we don't really need to go all out against Fulham. It'd be nice to finish third, but who really gives a fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? UCL football, a trophy already won, a chance to stop these fuckers from across the city getting a treble, and also us picking up another trophy. So all the focus needs to be on that for me. And yeah, like I say, I've already mentioned it, what he's done in his first season. Man, I have to take your hat off to Ten Hag. If you're asking me personally, and I'd like to know what you guys think as well, so let us know in the comments. Is he the best manager since Fergie? Because for me, what I've seen already, the way he goes about his job, the effect he's having on his job, I can't think of a better manager we've had since Ferguson, man. And I think I've said this before and I'll say it again. We will win the Premier League under Eric Ten Hag. And this comes with kind of a catch, because he's obviously going to need to have the backing. And we can't be having the same shit we've been having for the last 10 years, being dumped with shit players, massive wages. Like, he needs a proper squad, a squad that he can utilise, a squad that's obviously going to get used and do well for him, and obviously play the way that Ten Hag wants to play. But if he gets the backing, we'll win the Premier League under Ten Hag. And to be honest with you, this is why we need Qatar to come in the summer. We're not going to get into the whole sale thing. We'll get into that if and when it does happen, or towards the end of the season, because obviously we're going to start doing videos on transfer news and what targets we should be going for, etc. So we'll get into that. But he really needs someone that's just going to come in, like City have got, who ain't trying to run the club on debt. Do you know what I'm saying? Who ain't really thinking about making money and profit. They just want to win. They want to own something, and they want to win and be the best. And that's what Ten Hag needs. And if he gets that, we'll win more trophies under him, and I think we'll win the Premier League under him as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So yeah, that's about that for this game, guys. Let me know what you thought of the result, the performance. Let me know what you thought of Casemiro again, because he's just on fire, man. Drop all that in the comments below, along with any shout outs you've got. And our next game is this Sunday, the final Premier League game of the season, at home against Fulham. I can't see nothing but a United win, you know. But I'm hoping Ten Hag does take it easy squad-wise, and we need to focus for the FA Cup final. So yeah, we will have a match reaction video for the final game of the Premier League season on Monday. Make sure you join us for that. Make sure you give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, so you know when we've uploaded our latest video. Make sure you go and check us out on Instagram and across all the socials. That's at the bottom of the screen now, and the link is in the video description. And I want to say a big thanks for watching, guys. Massive win, back in the UCL. Let's go.